Ever wondered what secrets the walls of the Tower of London could tell if they could speak? This iconic historical site has seen centuries of royal dramas, secrets, and unexpected events. Let's dive into its intriguing past and discover the stories it holds. Our story begins in 1066 with William the Conqueror's triumphant victory at Hastings. This victory marked the beginning of a new era and the birth of a new symbol of power. William, a cunning strategist and visionary, knew the importance of a strong fortress in establishing his rule. Thus, he set his sights on creating a grand edifice right in the heart of London, a structure that would not only serve as a defensive stronghold, but also as a reminder of his authority. Initially, a wooden castle stood on the site, a temporary stronghold while the grander vision took shape. This wooden fortress, though formidable in its own right, was merely the precursor to something far more impressive. Around the years 1075 to 1079, the wooden structure made way for a more enduring material, stone. The work commenced on a gigantic keep, a great tower, which would later be known as the White Tower. This colossal structure, marked by its white exterior, was to be the beating heart of what would, from the 12th century onwards, be known as the Tower of London. Constructed using part of the massive defensive Roman wall known as London Wall, the White Tower was a marvel of its time. It was a testament to the ingenuity and vision of its founders, and a clear demonstration of the power of the new ruler. This wasn't just a building, it was a symbol, a statement, a declaration of dominance. As the White Tower took shape, its imposing structure looming over the city, it was clear that this was no ordinary fortress. This was a monument, a testament to the conquest, and a stark reminder of the power that now reigned. The Tower of London was not just a building, it was a symbol of authority, a beacon of power, a testament to the might and vision of its founder. And so, the Tower of London was born, a symbol of power and dominance. Over the centuries, it would play many roles, each more surprising than the last, but its birth marked a pivotal moment in history, setting the stage for countless stories to unfold. Beyond its fortress walls, the Tower of London held some unexpected surprises. Imagine, if you will, the year 1204, with King John at the helm. After losing Normandy, he was presented with a rather peculiar consolation prize of 3 crates chock full of wild beasts. With no other suitable place to house them, the Tower of London became the home of this royal menagerie. So, in addition to serving as a fortress and a royal residence, the tower also transformed into a zoo of sorts, housing an array of wild creatures within its stone confines. But the surprises didn't end there. As we move forward to the 13th century, the tower embraced yet another unexpected role. Edward I, keen on keeping a closer eye on the production of coins, decided to move the mint to the tower in 1279. This decision was driven by the need for security, as the mint's workers held the kingdom's wealth in their hands, quite literally. This was such a successful operation that the mint remained at the tower until the late 18th century. These dual roles of the tower, as a home to wild animals and as the heart of the nation's coin production, showcase the versatility of this historic site. It was not just a symbol of royal power and a stronghold against enemies, but also a place that adapted to the needs of the time, whether that meant providing a home for exotic creatures or safeguarding the kingdom's wealth. So the tower, with its imposing architecture and formidable reputation, was more than just a fortress and a royal residence. It was a place of intrigue and unexpected history, where wild beasts roamed and coins were minted, all under the watchful eyes of the monarchy. Indeed, the tower was not just a royal residence, but also a zoo and a mint, showcasing its versatility. As the volume of government records grew, the Tower of London took on another role. Imagine a place so secure, so fortified, that it held the wealth of a kingdom and the secrets of a government. That place is the Tower of London. During the reign of Edward I, the tower found itself embracing a new function, one that was unexpected of a fortress. As the monarch's collection of documents expanded, the necessity for a permanent and secure storage space became increasingly apparent. The tower, with its strong walls and vigilant guards, was an ideal location. In those times, the records of government were quite literally the underpinning of the kingdom. They held the laws, the decrees, the treaties, and the maps that guided the governance of the land. They were the chronicle of the nation's history, the ledger of its commerce, and the blueprint of its future. These were not just pieces of parchment or rolls of paper, but the very heartbeat of the realm. The tower, already a symbol of power and authority, became the custodian of these critical documents. It was a fitting role for a fortress that had stood as a testament to the enduring strength of the kingdom. It was a role that the tower embraced with the same dedication it had shown in safeguarding the kingdom's wealth in the royal mint. Yet, the records were not given a purpose-built storage space within the tower. Instead, they competed for room with weapons, gunpowder, prisoners, and even royalty. Imagine the intrigue of a place where royal decrees sat beside swords, where treaties shared space with gunpowder, and where the annals of the kingdom were safeguarded alongside prisoners and royalty. The Tower of London, in its role as the repository of records, became a testament to the kingdom's commitment to preserving its history and its governance. It was not just a fortress or a royal residence, but a place where the past was recorded, the present was managed, and the future was planned. The tower stood as a secure fortress, safeguarding the nation's wealth and its records. The tower's history takes a dark turn with the disappearance of the two princes in 1483. These young royals, Edward V and his younger brother Richard of York, were but 12 and 9 years old respectively when they were lodged in the tower by their uncle Richard III. Their stay was meant to be temporary, a precursor to Edward's coronation. Yet, as summer turned to autumn, the princes were seen less and less until they vanished altogether. Suspicions of foul play arose swiftly, with whispers of murder echoing through the stone corridors of the tower. The prime suspect? Richard III himself, who had invalidated his nephew's claim to the throne and had himself crowned king. Yet despite centuries of investigation and speculation, the truth of what happened to the princes remains shrouded in mystery. Fast forward nearly 2 centuries to 1674. As workers were demolishing a section of the royal palace in the tower, they stumbled upon a wooden chest hidden beneath the staircase foundations. Inside, they found 2 small skeletons. The bones were clearly those of children, and their stature suggested they were of an age with the princes at the time of their disappearance. Was this the final resting place of the lost princes? The discovery certainly seemed to suggest so. Yet, despite this tantalizing clue, the mystery of the princes' fate persists. Were these indeed the remains of Edward and Richard? If so, who was responsible for their untimely deaths? Was it Richard III, as many believe, or was there another, perhaps even more sinister player in this deadly Game of Thrones? These questions continue to haunt historians and visitors alike. The Tower of London, once a symbol of royal power and authority, is now equally famous as the setting for one of history's most enduring mysteries. The mystery of the princes remains one of the tower's darkest tales, a chilling chapter in its storied past. As we journeyed through time, we've discovered the multifaceted roles the Tower of London has played. This historic monument, founded by William the Conqueror after his victory at Hastings in 1066, has not just been a mere backdrop, but a lead actor in the theatre of British history. Originally built as a fortress and royal residence, the tower's roles quickly diversified. King John in the early 13th century transformed it into a royal menagerie, housing wild beasts from far-off lands. It was a sight that would have captivated the imaginations of those who saw it, a testament to the exotic and the extraordinary. Not long after, in 1279, Edward I moved the mint to the tower, a strategic decision that demonstrated the need for security in handling the kingdom's wealth. This move was so successful that the mint remained a resident of the tower for nearly 500 years. And let's not forget its role as a repository of records. The tower became the secure vault for government documents, cohabiting with weapons, gunpowder, prisoners, and even royalty. These records, the written history of a nation, found their home in the tower for centuries. But amidst all these roles, the tower also holds a tragic mystery. The disappearance of the 2 princes, their fate speculated but never confirmed, adds a layer of intrigue to the tower's history. The discovery of 2 child-sized skeletons in 1674 only deepened the enigma. So, next time you gaze upon the Tower of London, remember the rich tapestry of history it holds within its walls.